Eli is the mysterious, almost man with no name. Nobody knows his name throughout the movie. That's the throwback to the Clint Eastwood character. It's very mysterious. Doesn't want any trouble. Has one mission, as I said earlier, and if somebody stands in his way, he has to get by them. He's not a violent person. He's not a person who's trying to preach his morals or anything like that. He just has a very simple mission, and he's not trying to slow down for anybody. Eli and Carnegie both have one thing in common. They both want the book. One of them has the book. Eli has the book, and he wants to keep the book. But Carnegie wants the book, and he'll do anything to get the book. I think that's the only similarity in the two characters. Besides that, there is none. One wants to take this book for kind of malicious, intent. He wants to do things with it that to control the masses. And the other one is not even thinking about the masses or trying to control people. He's just thinking about getting it somewhere. I think Gary Oldman was just a treat to work with. It's like we've watched him for years and always wanted to work with him. And he has a wicked sense of humor. He's not what people would think. I think they think that probably because he plays so many bad characters, he's a little edgy. He's not like that at all. You call cut. He's joking around, and he has a very good sense of humor. The whole idea was for him to get into physical shape because he was going to do all these fight scenes on his own. There was going to be no stunt double, and he started, I think, 6 months or more before we started shooting, and dropped a lot of weight, took martial art training, boxing, lifting weights, and totally was ready to go, which was, surprising in a way because not a lot of actors out there do that. They claim, oh, I did my own stunt, but this is beyond doing your own stunt. This is more doing your own fights with 15 guys or 5 guys and, hitting every mark and making sure it looks real. And that's a whole other form of acting there. This film paints both a bleak and a hopeful kind of future. It's like, yeah, it's very bleak, the surroundings and what you see and what people do to survive. But in the end, what we want to leave in people's minds is hope, because this guy was doing something for good and he's passing on some knowledge.